It's streaming already, yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully. I think we are probably streaming, right? Oh shit, maybe the audio's all fucked up. Imagine if the oh whatever. We're just starting, ain't we? Jesus. We don't know the rules. Got myself a ginger lemon and peppermint tea. Absolutely banging. Salaterna 1-0 up. Shit. Yeah, 1-0 Salaterna. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame with the Serie A because it obviously, because of Inter Milan winning it so early, it kind of petered the league out. Normally it's pretty exciting and competitive. I think next year may be a little bit more competitive. Who knows? I do enjoy watching Serie A. Garnacho on the ball, gets the cross in. No, but he's... There have been quite a few crosses that have come in today, man. They've put quite a few balls in. Højlund's never really there for the... Yeah, exactly. Garnacho's like, where are you, bro? Like, that's your one thing, mate. So he's in a good position here. No run. Literally zero. He's not very, like, instinctive whatsoever. He plays... He has the scruffy tendencies of an instinctive striker, Højlund does. But he doesn't have any of the benefits of it. Like, he's not instinctive. He's not... like positionally aware. Like then, he should have been making it. He literally didn't make the run. Simple as that. Thought the ball's going to cut back. You, my friend, should be always getting in on the near post. I know it sounds traditional, but as that type of striker, just get in the near post every time. Yeah, we've controlled the game, not bad. But again, I do feel it's a little bit false because good switch of play by Amrabat to Ahmad. Go on, son. Do something, lad. Oh, Wan-Bissaka on the overlap. Wan-Bissaka's decent, man. He's not great, but he's definitely worth in the squad. Ahmad cut inside. Good tackle by Rice. An Arsenal possession back to Raya, who clears these lines. But yeah, we're playing in it where we're not doing too bad at all. But I just feel like they're just really worried about conceding. So that's kind of where it's at. If this was at the beginning of the season, we'd get slapped, no doubt. So I think it's a bit of a false performance. But you still... Trossard looking for Havertz there. Out for a throw-in. But yeah, you still got to obviously call it how it is. And I do feel like when you do have Ahmad and Garnacho, two wingers that actually are working, and then you have McTominay that's kind of like dropping in a little bit more to help the midfield. Mainu also dropping in a little bit more. And Amrabat in there. There is just more solidity, right? It's common sense. It's not rocket science. Check if this is working, but I don't know. But yeah, not too bad. It doesn't actually matter, obviously, like 0.5 says. It does not matter. There is just more solidity, right? It's common sense. It's not rocket science. Why is the quality so bad? Advanced. Not too bad. Yeah, chilling, right. Cool. Yeah, I was listening to Rants at half time, and he made a good point about Mainu. He was talking to Matisse, and he said that like he wouldn't start Mainu next season, and he kind of has a point. He looks like he's kind of like waning in regards to, because basically the problem, he looks like he's waning. His performances have got worse, right? He still looks fine on the ball when he has the ball, but it's not like as effective, and it's not as kind of clean, and it's not as relaxed, and he looks a bit more rushed on the ball. One, because everyone realises he's one of our only actual good players, ball players. So if you stop Mainu, you basically stop the. If you stop Mainu, you basically stop the whole kind of like unit being able to function in midfield, and that's what they've done. He gets swarmed. And he obviously doesn't just know how to deal with it. It's like a boxer, right? They get loads of different looks. Here's this one, less pressure, and then the pressure builds, and then you kind of build this kind of like, pardon the pun, this arsenal of tools that you can kind of pull out at different scenarios during the game and against different teams in different tournaments, different paces of games, different opponents, physical, technical, tactical. Do you know what I mean? So you build it, obviously, and Rance was kind of alluding to the fact that he hasn't had any time whatsoever to build any of these skills, and it's showing, which is true. And in an ideal world, he would be phased into the game, but I can't see that happening. He's just going to be a mainstay in the team next season. Yeah, and you can see, like, again, how we've misused Amrabat so much. It's such a shame that, like, just not playing him whatsoever, playing him left back. Obviously, I know we've had injuries, but you can see. But he just got absolutely sold by Odegaard. Chance. Ooh. Rice with a block shot. Trossard in the box. Saka. Casemiro clears his lines to absolutely nobody. To Partey on the ball. Lovely little turn. See you later, Hoyland. And Arsenal recycle the ball again with Rice to Ben White. It's not been an offensive game to watch as a Man United fan. That's basically, and that's an actual plus. Thank God. And that's why I just can't be bothered. I haven't been bothered doing this channel. I just want to wait for this new thing to kick in. Because what started happening, I realised, Saka on the ball here first. Saka, lovely ball inside. Unlucky. Their little 1-2s haven't really come off today, but they haven't really had many opportunities either. Saka on the ball. Jinkin. And corner to Arsenal. Off Mainu. Yeah, what I realised with streamers and United YouTube people is, and even the media in general and the pundits, everybody stopped talking about even like the tactical side of what's going on in Manchester United games, which is pretty damning, isn't it? Because like normally when a team plays bad, you're constantly talking about what the issues are and what's going on the pitch, and that just stopped. It feels like that stopped months ago. People have just stopped talking about the kind of tactical errors of a Ten Hag team. Arsenal corner comes in, shite corner by Saka. Flicked on by Jorginho, I think. No, by Saliba. How do you get Jorginho and Saliba mixed up? But yeah. Yeah, Amrabat's been fine, man. Links a play, drops in to kind of play that sweeper fine. Go on then. Go on, Hatcher, lad. What you got, bro? Go on. Something. Do something. See, that's the problem, man. That was just like nothing. There was just nothing there, was it? There was nothing in his brain. He had no picture going on. He had no good turn from Havertz. Saliba's got that Van Dijk thing going on, for sure, where he kind of just holds you up. That's kind of like Bobby Moore style, that one, it. Boink. I bet they're really satisfying for centre backs when the kind of players coming at you, and then you just kind of like backing off, and then bang, you just stick a leg out and get the ball. They seem to be quite satisfying. But yeah, this game stinks of both teams want to take this result. That's where this is at. Yeah, I'm gonna do like. This was my This is my thumbnail for the game. Yeah, that's my thumbnail for Arsenal finally fire. I thought it was just going to be an absolute slamming, mate. Just an absolute destroying of United. But I feel like, yeah, Arsenal are just like, right, it's still a top 6 team. United seem to kind of have this thing at home. But United haven't come at Arsenal the way that probably Arsenal thought they would. But that was going to be my thumbnail, so that might have to be changed a little bit. Probably to like both teams would take this, I don't know, whatever. But we'll change it because it's definitely not going to be an absolute roasting. It's definitely not been a roasting so far. Definitely not been a roasting so far. And in terms of, yeah, just the points there, the midfield battle, kind of United haven't done too bad in the midfield battle. Arsenal haven't really exploited our fullbacks because we haven't been so kind of like gung-ho and press forward. And I wonder, so it's like the weather and the change in personnel, they're the only two things it can be, right? What else can it be? The player profiles change a little bit. No Bruno, no Rashford. And we just do look better, a better team. We just do. Good ball by Onana, straight to Mainu. Rice tracking back, out wide to Ahmad. Go on, son. Keep the ball, keep the ball, keep the ball, keep the ball. Nice. Out to Wan-Bissaka. Ahmad. Clips it to Garnacho. Cuts inside. Shoot. Oh, you absolute donkey, mate. This is fine, though, because we know Garnacho's not the guy, so it's fine. This is the thing, if you're getting into positions as a team quite regularly, and then the lack of ability is letting you down in the final third areas, then you just go, right, that player just needs to be phased out and a better quality. We just need more quality in that scenario. So then it's fine, like we're playing it fine, we're working the ball okay, and then it goes out to Garnacho and he messes it up. That's just purely to do with Garnacho's ability, which is fine then, do you know what I mean? It's if all the other pieces are good, you can deal with people not having the ability and then knowing that needs changing. Nice touch by Dallo, breaking. Garnacho on the ball. Oh, God, bro. And this is why he's not going to make it at the top level. He hasn't got good balance. And I know he's 19, I get it. For 19, he's probably pretty effective for a 19-year-old in general. But not enough to be like Man United starting winger or whatever. Get another manager in, get Sancho back in, and then get a manager in if you get a De Zerbi in that wants to play in a tighter, tighter, more compact formation with eights that advanced midfielders that want to play and give you those 5-10 yard options, then I think Sancho could work. And you can see, obviously, you can definitely see that Sancho definitely could work. So all this laughing and passive, sell him and all this, no, mate, you want to keep Sancho. We've got hyped players like Rashford and Bruno that obviously have had their effective periods and have definitely helped and hindered Man United, if you're being balanced. They've got decent inflated prices and you get rid of them if you're smart. It's killing my eyes. I've got this on a phone, man, because it's on Sky. I've got Sky on my laptop, but I don't know how my laptop would deal with streaming, having a camera running through it, and a microphone, and having Sky Go. But yeah, Arsenal sitting off, but Man United actually still keeping. But like this, we have not seen this all season. Like pressure, concerted pressure, where the other team is dropped onto their box. Like we generally haven't seen it. It's generally really refreshing to see. Casemiro, man, Jesus Christ, bro. Garnacho, just keep the ball. Just keep the bloody ball. Be a ball carrier and keep the ball. Like, Garnacho, if he's clever, he realise, right, I know the crowd love it when I try and take a player on and lose a ball. But he's going to do that now. Go on. Oh, they love it when he go on, commit. He's just not getting any joy, bro. Just got to realise when you haven't got it. So just carry the ball up the pitch. So we get up the pitch, turn back, and play the ball back. So we've got possession. Just do that, because you're not going to do anything. Good ball. Amrabat, man. Unlucky Hoyler, man. Like, it's not good, is it? But unlucky. It's hard. You can't just across the board just shit on someone. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to do that if you obviously know players aren't good enough. So every time there's a ball, you're just gonna moan. Oh my god, Wan-Bissaka, Odegaard cuts inside, shoots. Good save. And see, that looks weird, doesn't it? Onana making a save, because it's not happened a lot. Not happened a lot. Oh yeah, my tea, mate. My tea. I haven't got any honey though. That's the only issue. No, fuck that. Dallo just clips it into a dangerous area. What the hell was that, mate? Ooh. Lucky. Wan-Bissaka picks it up centrally to McTominay, spreads it out wide to Garnacho. You're not going to do him, so cut inside and give it to Manu. Cut inside and pass it. Oh, fair enough. It's the one thing you got to give it to him, man. He doesn't get deterred, but it's not like... It's a good trait and also not a good trait, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're just making the same movement over and over and over and over and over again, is McTominay injured here or not? Oh, he just didn't get on the ball. Oh, he got nailed off the ball. Well, you're not going to get that, are you, bro? Defender just nailed you. Trossard coming off for maybe Martinelli. That'd be good for United. I know Martinelli obviously can just like obviously use the space that's kind of like the space that's been created behind Man United's back four, because we're pushed up a bit higher. Yeah, I don't want to call it a watch along, man. I'm trying to do like my graphics. Graphics, they're not necessarily graphics. I can't be asked having loads of shit. I don't want to call it a watch along. I just think it's weird. I mean, soccer sidekick's not necessarily loads better, but I kind of don't mind it. It's like basically like fight companion, yeah, like Rogan did, because at the end of the day, that's how all this started. It's funny because I used to hear it when they used to do the kickoff. Like, True Geordie probably still does the kickoff. But when it was True Geordie and that Lawrence guy, or something Lawrence, I can't remember his name. His individual stuff's actually pretty good. But anyway, when he was with True Geordie, he was a little bit more unbearable. But he was like, oh, and basically that they started doing football watch-alongs, like they were the ones that started it. And I'm like, mate, just because it's football, you can't claim watch-alongs, because Rogan started doing it. And he's the biggest show on earth started doing it, and then you started doing it for a different sport. It's the complete same idea, man. Obviously, there was a thing called fan zones ages ago. That was actually really cool. Like, two fans would just watch a game, which was technically the first watch along, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that was my point basically. That it's funny that True Geordie, that Lawrence was basically like, that they kind of started the watch along scenario. Okay. But yeah, basically going back to the point, I didn't want it to be just a watch along name. That's basically my point. Sorry. Soccer sidekick, mate. That's what it's about, isn't it? Because basically, fight companion, right? It's not fight, it's soccer or football, but soccer works. And then instead of companion, I've got sidekick. That's basically where I'm at with it. So one day, Give it 3 or 4 years, mate. We'll have a little crew going on watching these games. Saka on the ball, isolating Dallo. Amrabat comes over like he's been doing, doubling up. Well done, nice. Saka's not really got much change. And Amrabat just does have legs. So he gets across better than Casemiro, because Casemiro's legs have gone. And, Ahmad's down, holding the knee that was hurting before. But I don't know, is he just like caution or what? Hopefully it's caution. Anthony's coming on. Anthony's done fine. It's not a problem, Anthony coming on, I don't think. It's a problem that Ahmad's injured, but hopefully it's just precaution in it. And he's like, I don't want to get injured, and it's not worth getting injured, which it's not, right? There's nothing to play for, so come off. And mate, hopefully it's precaution because he wants to play in the FA Cup final. He seems fine. He just feels weird. So hopefully he's back for the final, man. He's played well. And it is everyone's the villain that everyone hates just because of his mannerisms. It's funny, isn't it? Like culturally, people just hate Anthony's mannerisms and the way he is. And obviously he's not played great. But again, I think he looks brighter for Anthony, man, than a lot of people give him credit for. Short corner by Saka to Odegaard, back to Saka, work round to Rice, back out to Odegaard. Can Arsenal actually create something? Are they bothered about creating anything? It doesn't seem like it. Bang! Amrabat, Saka, get to the gym. Foul. Amrabat's played well, man. I swear we can get Amrabat for like something really cheap, like 18 million or something. Why would you not buy Amrabat for 18 million? He just needs games, like we were saying before. He's a wardrobe. He's like, Papa Duba Diop that played for. Is that the right one that played for Fulham? Like, he's a wardrobe. Yaya Toure, wardrobe, right? So they're like over 6'1" or whatever, 6'2", and they're like built as in like they're set. They're like wide set people. Do you know what I mean? So their limbs are thick. A bit ginger. But yeah, so those guys they're just big dudes, man. They weigh more than your average footballer should probably weigh, right? You can see that Amrabat's feeling a bit. Does look a little bit thinner though. He looks a little bit leaner. Yeah, he does look leaner. But yeah, those kind of players, they need more games because like they are bigger dudes. Anthony, go on, son. Breaking century. Go on, Anthony, lad. Shut them all up, bruv. Unlucky. Yeah, Garnacho, yeah, fuck off. Not giving you the ball, son. I've been sat on the bench watching you just stink the place out. But Arsenal Arsenal wouldn't be doing this if it was at the beginning of the season or middle of the season. Because it's close to the end and they're winning 1-0. See, then they could have broken with a bit more. They could have broke with a bit more pace, with a bit more vigour and energy, but they didn't want to. And even there, Jorginho dilly-dallying on the ball. Oh, as if the assistant Van der Gaag or whatever his name is, or I don't know what his name is, bro. It's Van der something, isn't it? Obviously. As if he used to turn up in a black Lambo, bro. I bet he doesn't turn up in a black Lambo anymore, does he, to training? Mainu breaking some lines. Hoyland and McTominay just flinging limbs at the ball. Anthony picks the ball up on the right hand side. Keeps it to Mainu, to Amrabat. Amrabat. Block shot cleared by Jorginho. Handball, I think, by Havertz. And Casemiro sweeps up. Yeah, Cassie's legs definitely are going 100%, but they're not completely gone. And like Keane says, he just needs protection. And Keane knows that because he's seen himself basically be like that. So now, Keane's gone through that where he's had the injuries. Obviously, Casemiro's not had injuries; he's just got loads of miles on the clock. Never buy anything from Florentino Perez ever, because man, does that guy know when you've got one more good season in you? He's so good, man. Like apart from Di Maria, like Di Maria's probably the only one. But yeah, Di Maria and Ozil obviously to a certain extent, and Garnacho finally gets to the byline. Oh, finally got to the byline. Got past Saka, the first kind of defensive line. So Willie Campbell is coming on for Evans because Evans is just absolutely just done out. He's too hot. He's 36. He's like, bro, get me off. Like, it's too much. Like, I'm done out. Do you know what I mean? I love it. I'm enjoying playing for United. Can't believe I'm playing for United. It's so good for him though. I'm buzzing for Johnny Evans. Such good like obviously his missus works at United. It's just like must be a nice thing, innit? Move back after all these years playing for like more subpar teams, you would say, in terms of prestige. Tomiyasu. Yeah, I've probably been confusing Tomiyasu and Jorginho quite often, probably. They look weirdly similar from a distance. Arteta not really being that animated on the sideline today. A little bit more reserved, just like his team. I think he also has learned to. There's probably more calmness. It's about a bit more calmness when you're in the running, which obviously makes sense. Be more calm. You got to let the feelings kind of leave you a little bit. You need to become a bit more numb when you're getting towards the title race. The last few games. Fucking hell. What's going on there? Gonna be a big storm, bro. Ow. Mad. English weather. I don't even know what happened there, bro. What happened there? So Mainu plays it into McTominay. Do we actually have a slide rule pass going on here? Plays it out wide to Garnacho. Left footed strike into the side lane. He has a lot of these where it kind of looks like it's close, but it's just not. It's just not, is it? He like Garnacho will finish his actions, so it's over the course of a game. He has a lot more like louder actions, so he'll get to the end of his kind of attack, whether it'll be a shot or a blocked shot or a corner or a goal kick. Do you know what I mean? He'll finish it, so then people enjoy that. It's direct, and when you're starved of any other type of football, people kind of like go, well, look, at least he's doing that and he's direct and he works hard, which you can't really deny. Man United sitting in that shape, which they like, it kind of, it's almost like a 4-2-2, 4-4-2, with McTominay kind of pressing. Well, it's almost a bit of a half and half. Højlund kind of drops in to make it a 4-4-2. Martinelli breaking here on the left hand side, cuts inside. Unreal, really good save, good save by Onana. It was central, but it was still a good tip over, man. Wan-Bissaka just backing off. Does well to even get a shot through, man, because there's a lot of players there. Kambola goes through, Kambola, and Wan-Bissaka. Onana's probably pretty unsighted. Good hand. Tricky one, isn't it, Onana? Because he gives you a lot of good moments, and then you feel like, he's a good keeper, he's a solid keeper, and then you see, and then there's some mistakes. But I feel, whoa, lightning, bro, crazy. But yeah, I feel like in modern, let's just wait for this corner to go in. Whoa, Saka corner cleared. Rice heads it back out to Saka. Ooh. Amrabat just does just enough. Here we go then. Højlund on the break. Onana rolls it out to Højlund. Just play it to Garnacho. Garnacho on the ball. Well done, bro. Gets away from Odegaard. Corner. He's not played like bad. He's had a lot worse games Garnacho, and he's been involved. And would I rather have? Ooh, Saka's not looking good there. Saka doesn't ever get injured either, so you've got to be wary, man. But yeah, so he's had a lot more offensive games, and he's getting in the right positions, and yeah, he's broke in the second half. He's broke over his man a lot more. Garnacho the cross in corner, Raya with the nice punch. Ooh. Wan-Bissaka there, the last man. Martinelli nearly broke clean through, but now Martinelli may be clean through. Held up by Mainu. Pressure. Near the corner flag. Dalot out for a corner. Like, we've been fine. I reckon, like, Man United could easily get an equaliser, so I don't really... I understand Arsenal's tactics in the sense of they're not going for it, Arsenal. They're definitely not going for it. Saka doesn't look good, doesn't look comfortable. Hopefully for him, bro, it's not too serious. Bro, it is raining like mad here, bro. Woo. Mad. We've had like banging weather for like, so yeah, Jesus coming on for Saka. We've had like really good weather for like 2 days. And now we're paying for our sins. Yeah, he went flying into the sideboard. Hopefully it's just an impact injury, innit? He'll be fine. But Jesus on. Maybe offer something a little bit different for Arsenal. He definitely offers the hard work. Anyway, corner, Arsenal, Odegaard. In swinger. In from the right hand side. One hand up, near post. Ooh! Near post flick and decent hand by Onana. Cleared back out to Rice. Curling effort. Good save by Onana again. Dip last minute. Oh my Jesus Christ. Mate, I felt that thunder there in my seat. Wow. Like we're in Florida or something, bro. Feels like the world's ending a little bit, so that's where I'm at. Odegaard again with the in-swinging corner. Cleared. Put back in by Jesus. Cleared again out to Ben White, who puts it out for a throw. A little bit of concerted pressure there for Arsenal, but again, it's through set pieces. It's not necessarily like Good play. Juve still losing 1-0 to Salernitana. Tomato. Campuola coming out with the ball. And yeah, Amrabat's just been dropping in for the whole game. But Arsenal just sitting back like crazy, man. This generally does feel like there is a dead rubber element in this. So yeah, let's write some stuff down. Write some notes on the game. So what have we seen necessarily so far? Midfield's been like you would say midfield has worked better as a combination. As a combo. Amrabat really kind of like standing out. And like there's just more patience, and we haven't really created loads, and that's going to be the knock, isn't it? So without Bruno, you don't like create loads and loads of chances, etc. But like, I feel like because we've been starved of just kind of like some patient build up, I just enjoy it. Mainly with the little Megs there on Martinelli. Yeah, it's not been offensive. More patient, non-offensive. That's kind of what this is. And then there's been like more actual options like centrally. And then the ball's been actually like knocked into people. Oh God, Mainu's down now. Hopefully that's just the impact. Knees, mate. What's going on with the knees, bro? Don't. Yeah, that's impact. It just hurts, man. It just hurts. Hurts like fuck. But you be sound, brother. You be sound. You might have to come off though, but you be sound. Yeah. So more options centrally. So in the list I've got on the side there. So like number 3 here. This one, number 3. Yeah, no playback to goal. Well, there actually has been today, so there has been a lot more. We've got a right cavalry coming on here. I actually don't mind that tall youngster, man. He's, as in, like, just the other day, he looked semi-decent on the ball. But yeah, so that point number 3, no playback to goal. There actually has been playback to goal, and it hasn't been offensive. So there has been more options centrally. So Amrabat has been firing the ball in more. Manu gets on the ball more. Ahmad's been coming inside more, so he's been getting on the ball. Garnacho's been a bit frustrating in terms of his final product, but he's been getting on the ball and going past a few players, more so in the second half. But like Ahmad, Manu, and Amrabat is basically what's been keeping this ticking and keeping this patient and keeping it moving up the field fine. McTominay's been like non-existent realistically and not really been involved. So they kind of just missed out McTominay. And Højlund really has done nothing. So they, get Højlund off, bruv. I'd rather have this kid on than Højlund. Højlund, nothing. That's what I'm going to put about Højlund. Nothing. And this is the thing, we've seen that he's moved, like there's things there for him to latch onto, like Trossard got across the front post and he got a goal from it. You decided not to move and think there's going to be a cutback. Got to be more proactive, man. He's not proactive enough for his movement. So there we go, not proactive enough. Enough for his movement. But because there's no Bruno and Rashford, no Bruno more so than no Rashford, but because there's no Bruno, the ball's more patient, and we can get up the pitch and have some concerted pressure. So basically, when we give the ball away, the other team are deep in their box, So positionally, as a team, we can be higher up, and we can like actually give more, or we can sustain more pressure, and we can actually recycle the ball a little bit. And we actually saw a little bit of recycling and possession with the other team still in their final third today. And again, I feel like that Arsenal kind of gave us that a little bit, but it's still there. It still happened. So it's like you still can look for the positives of what happened in a game. Still means that Ten Hag shouldn't be the manager, in my opinion. Still means that most of these players probably aren't good enough. But I feel like, yeah, Odegaard on the ball, slips it through to Declan. Declan, surely a goal. No. Ball got like chipped up. I thought Martinelli was just going to fire it in, but then the ball gets cleared to Tomiyasu on the left-hand side. But yeah, so positionally, higher up the pitch. Recycling the possession. And that's the sign of a good team. If you can kind of like put concerted pressure onto a team, whether they want you to do it or not, and then you can recycle possession. And the reason why Arsenal kind of pressed up a little bit higher when they got their goal is because they were like, right, sitting in a low block's not really working in regards to creating chances. It was working in regards to keeping us away from their goal, but it wasn't really working for them on the counter-attack. There was no counter-attacks. And the point of a low block, if it's an optional thing that you've decided to do, it's a choice. Anthony on the left-hand side now. I don't mind him on the left. Yeah, so if it's a choice that you're going in a low block, then you want some rewards out of it. The rewards are good counter-attacks. You're looking dangerous in the space that's been created with your low block. If that's not happening, then you've got to change your style, right? It's like a boxer or an MMA fighter, right? That's not working, I'm going to go to this. And it felt like Arsenal did that, and Arsenal went to kind of this mid kind of possession scenario. And then in that mid kind of possession block, that mid block that they created, that's where the mistake came from, and then they capitalised on it and then decided to go straight back to what they were doing before. So you've not really seen the most of Arsenal. So it's like almost like it has got a dead rubber feel. So I'm going to put that down. Dead rubber feel. Arsenal tentative. But not like in a bad way. Do you know what I mean? Because it doesn't look like they're caving under pressure. It just looks like they're playing the scenario. They've got the goal, and then they're like, right, you create something. You haven't got the quality. Dalot crossing. Imagine if we did score now, there'd be absolute carnage for Arsenal. Obviously, I want United to score, man. Who's this coming on? Kivior, maybe. Has Kivior been playing? I don't know, bro. A lot of these Arsenal geezers look the same, man. Yeah, but I'm going to do the what the F, because you can't swear on YouTube, can you? I'm going to do the what the F happened show. That's like my post show. Alright, so Eric absolutely drenched, screaming, putting out the performance for the fans. They're not listening to you, bro. I mean, we've played alright, though. Played alright. So is this Kivior coming on? I don't even know. I've realised I just haven't really watched actually that many games this season. Mainly because of my setup in terms of not having all the channels available to me. So Kivior... What? Oh, Jorginho's not even been playing, mate. I've been saying Jorginho. Well, who the hell is it that looks like Jorginho that's been playing? My God. That's hilarious. I am watching it on a mobile phone, right? Are you giving me a break from like a big distance? So maybe that guy that... I don't know. Maybe that's Havertz. I've mixed kind of like Havertz, Tomiyasu in with looking like Jorginho a little bit on a phone. Oh, Martinelli through. You should pass. Oh, unlucky. Good actual play there from Casemiro. Actually used his experience there. Instead of going all the way back in, just held off, waited for the cutback, for him to cut back. Garnacho breaking through the lines. There wasn't really many options for him. That's the thing. There's not really intelligent. When a player's breaking across the pitch, you need runners in the opposite direction, like Arsenal were doing in the first half with Havertz. There wasn't really much going on there, but Ben White come across fine, to be fair. Pissing it down in Manchester as well. Our Storm seems to have chilled out. And yeah, this is just what it feels like. It does have that dead rubber feel. Man United have got no problem with 1-0. Oh, we only lost to this team 1-0. We played all right. Let's take that kind of thing. And Arsenal obviously will take the win. And as soon as that goal went in, it kind of felt like that. So Man United's kind of like decent possession play has got to be prefaced with the fact that Arsenal obviously just didn't really want to press too crazily. They just wanted to keep in their shape, which makes complete sense. But man, will that come back to bite them if United get an equaliser now? The league's over with anyway, but for Arsenal to build for next season, if they get to the point where they lose the league by 2 points to City, then you can't really say anything to them. They didn't bottle it as such. They just did what Vlahovic threw, Juve through. Oh, was it Vlahovic? I think it was. Yeah, if Arsenal come 2 points behind City, they didn't cave in. City went on a 21-24 game unbeaten run, and you pretty much stayed there with them the whole time. So that is improvement again. Obviously, it's not what everyone wanted as an Arsenal fan. But Arsenal were a joke recently, do you know what I mean? Up until 5 years ago, like an absolute joke. Even up until 3 years ago, Arsenal were a joke. No big £100 million Declan Rice was coming to Arsenal 3 years ago. It's only the fact that like Arsenal have actually started doing well that they can even attract even a player like Declan, even though he's English. Like Declan Rice wouldn't be coming to Arsenal 3 years ago. He'd have ended up at Chelsea or City or whatever, United. So yeah, Arsenal are gonna have not bottled it this time. They're in a title race where they took it close. And if you're gonna if people are gonna eulogise over Liverpool when they ran City close, then you've got to do the same thing with Arsenal. You can't be like, Arsenal bottled it. This definitely hasn't been a bottling scenario for Arsenal. They lost to a good Villa side, which is probably going to end up costing them the league. Like, simple as that. Last bit of pressure here for United. Nothing. I think that's the end. The finito. Ooh. But yeah, all in all, there was better things going on in that game. But I generally think it was fuck. My knee. Boom. 1-0. Dead rubber feel. See. What are you saying? Mate, Arteta's like, bro, you're dusted, mate. You're dead. Stop talking to me. Can't understand what you're saying in your Dutch farmer accent anyway. So, yeah, good one, bro. See you in the coffee shops when I visit Amsterdam next year, innit? But yeah, pretty professional performance, really, from Arsenal. Oh, how Salah Turner still won it up. But pretty professional performance from Arsenal in regards to like just managing the game. United looked decent. Amrabat played well. Probably standout player. Amrabat. Mainu was like there, but not like obviously as effective. And yeah, again, 0.5. It doesn't matter. So all this is irrelevant. This matters for Arsenal, obviously, but for United, it's like just get to the end of the season or get to the FA Cup final without any more drubbings, and that's kind of where it's at. And then Ten Hag probably believes as well, as long as I don't get slapped again this season, I've got a chance of staying next season. Or that's kind of the noise that's coming out, that there's not really any good candidates, so United might give him another season. The one thing that would Juve really putting on the pressure now. The one thing that would really be a problem for Ten Hag is if this was like 6-0 to Arsenal, right? and then we played Brighton or whoever the fuck we got in the last game of the season, and then we lose 5-0. Do you know what I mean? So then it's like 4-0, 6-0, 5-0, and then City 5-0. So then you've got like 4 or 5-0s going on. Then it would almost be impossible for him to stay, right? Whereas he thinks, mate, if I just kind of like honestly, if Ten Hag will think in his head, if I lose 1-0 to Arsenal, 1-0 to Brighton, if that's who we've got, 1-0 to City, then I'll be able to keep my job because I know that the reason why I can't play the way I want to play is because of injuries. Ten Hag will have that in his mind, and I think everyone came. And then also the Man United players didn't want to leave here embarrassed. So what did they do? They played the game where we don't want to lose more than 1-0, and Arsenal were like, we want to just win the game. We're fine with 1-0, and that's what you saw. But yeah, not bad. Yeah, I'm going to viewers yet, but it is what it is. Even for myself, it's good. I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. I'd be sat there monking out watching the game. It's better for me to kind of say the things that I'm thinking instead of just sitting there watching it. So yeah, I'm going to try and obviously it's near the end of the season, but at least there's some decent games coming up. So I'm going to do like as many games as I can, do some more shorter form stuff, and then Euros, even some Olympic stuff maybe, Wimbledon, the French, yeah, obviously like I said, Euros and Olympics, and then next season and just do next season proper and do it properly. And I feel like next season there'll be so much nicer stuff to talk about, and because you've got an ownership now that seem to do the right things, and I can't wait to see what Barada and Ashworth and Brailsford and like these like and Wilcox, and see what these guys do. I think that's what's interesting, isn't it, about modern football? That's what the one thing that is interesting about modern football is the structure above and how that can like really, obviously, if done well, have a really good impact. So it's interesting, and I feel like there could be a way that Rashford and Bruno could go. Maybe not both, but I think Rashford maybe. And I feel like if we get a good manager in that kind of either really, really restricts Bruno to doing a few different things, and positionally like really kind of like harness him in terms of his fitness levels. But I feel like maybe you can get rid of them both. I feel like Bruno's at an age where if you can get 45, 50 million for Bruno, man, how have they missed that? How have they not scored, bro? I do love Juve, man. Definitely my team still in Italy. But yeah, back. Is there anything going on today, game-wise? Let's have a look. So we got Betis Almira. Oh, Atalanta Roma, buzzing. Yeah, I'll do Atalanta Roma, man. I don't actually mind doing these things. I just thought, doing a watch along is boring as hell because like it's just you talking, and it's not like a subject matter as such or like a specific topic. But I think when you're on your own, it is probably easier just doing live streams and just kind of like spewing about a specific topic, because the game itself gives you topics to kind of like go off. Do you know what I mean? When you see certain things in a game. But yeah, Atalanta Roma, there's actually Bochum Leverkusen's now. I'll probably just watch Bochum Leverkusen or the first half, and then I'll come back for Atalanta Roma, because if I'm not mistaken, there's still things Roma can fight for. Yeah, look, boom, same number of points. Massive game, actually. Roma, with the disappointment of going out of the Europa League, can get into the Champions League in a different way, which is actually by capitalising on this game and going 3 points clear of Atalanta. Obviously, Atalanta with a game in hand, and you'd imagine that they'd still have a better goal difference. Who've Atalanta actually got towards the end of the season? Oh, I don't even know how to use this, bro. Okay. Oh, what? Is this the last game? Surely there's more games than this. They've only played 34 games. They need to play games. Where are the other games? I don't know. Matches. Atlanta. Because it's saying they've only got... Okay, there we go. That's better. So they've got... They're busy, man. They've got this game. Then they've got Juve in the final. That'll be a sick game as well. We'll do that. We'll put that in the book in 3 days. But then they've got Lecce, which shouldn't be an issue. They've obviously got the Europa League final, which is going to be a massive distraction. And then Torino and Fiorentina, which aren't like mad easy games. So you've got like as Roma, there's definitely a chance here to sneak into Champions League spot, which is probably, well, yeah, obviously they could have done that against Leverkusen, or get into the final and win in the Europa League. But there's still another route, so it's not as bitter of a thing to swallow because you can still do it in the league. Now Roma have got Genoa, who is not going to be an easy game. That's Thingy's team. Then Empoli. Yeah, that's it. So they can still win all their games, and then yeah, I think that Roma have got a good chance. So this is a massive game. So yeah, I'm gonna be well on doing that, and I can actually put it on the TV and not look at a phone. Yeah, I need to buy a big fat HDMI. But yeah. So they can still win all their games. Just checking if it actually works. But yeah, that was actually semi-fun for me. I actually enjoyed it. I've been just putting off doing it, man. I don't even know why, but yeah. Enjoyable stream. And yeah, I'll be back for the Roma Atalanta game, man. Should be good. It's hard to get like league games that have like a lot of actual importance, obviously, now towards the end of the season. So yeah, catch you in a bit. Peace.